The mashed potatoes on Kayla's tray were cold, untouched and shaking, not from the food, from her hands. The lunchroom at Willow Creek High buzzed with laughter, cliques and gossip, but around Kayla there was only a strange bubble of silence. No one sat near her. Not since last week when Brittany James decided she was too weird, too quiet. And worst of all, trying too hard to be something she's not. Today, Brittany's voice sliced through the cafeteria like a blade. "Nice hair, Kayla," she said loud enough for everyone to hear. "Who did it? Your dad's barber?" Laughter exploded at her table. Kayla lowered her eyes and tightened her lips, pretending to pick at her food. She could feel their gazes, sharp, mocking, some even pitying. That was the worst part, the pity. Brittany stood and walked over, her steps light, confident, cruel. Her friends followed like shadows. She leaned in close, lips near Kayla's ear. "Why don't you ever talk back?" she whispered. "You think you're better than us or something?" Kayla didn't flinch. That made Brittany madder. "Or maybe," Brittany grinned, turning to her audience, "you just got nothing to say." Another round of laughter. Someone filmed it. Someone always did. Kayla stood slowly, holding her tray. "Going to cry to Daddy?" Brittany taunted. "Wait, does he even bother picking you up, or does he send a driver like you're some rich brat?" Kayla didn't answer. She just walked to the trash can, dumped her tray and left the cafeteria. She didn't cry, not where they could see, but when she rounded the corner by the east stairwell, her usual hiding spot, she let the tears fall, silent and hot. 2 floors up, in the staff lounge, Coach Davis glanced at the school's Instagram tag feed. He frowned. Another clip of Kayla being harassed. Another day, another post. He tapped the screen, paused, rewound, watched the same smirk on Brittany's face. He knew something the rest of them didn't. Something big. But it wasn't his story to tell. After school, Kayla waited outside like always. Same bench, same long shadow cast by the gym building. A sleek black SUV pulled up. The back door opened. "Hey, sweetheart." Kayla climbed in without a word. Her father turned around from the passenger seat, smiling gently. The man behind the smile wore sunglasses, but there was no mistaking the presence. The voice, the height, the legend, Irvin Magic Johnson. "Rough day?" he asked. She nodded, trying to hold herself together. Magic's smile dimmed. "You know, I never told anybody who my daughter was when I was your age." She looked up, surprised. "You weren't famous when you were my age." "True," he chuckled. "But the lesson's the same. You don't owe anyone anything. Not your truth, not your silence, and definitely not your pain." Kayla stared out the window. "They hate me, Dad, just for being me." He paused. "Then maybe it's time they find out who you really are." Her eyes darted to him. "No." He held her gaze. "Are you sure?" Kayla didn't answer, but deep inside a fuse had been lit. Not because she wanted revenge, because she wanted to stop hiding. And if you're still watching, take a second to subscribe for more real stories like this one, and drop a comment if you've ever seen someone rise above the hate. You're not alone. By morning, the whispers had started. Not loud, not yet. Just curious murmurs that hovered in the hallways like steam in a locker room. "I heard her dad's like someone famous." "Nah, that's just a rumor." "Dude, I saw him. That SUV, that's not normal." Brittany James rolled her eyes. She leaned against her locker, flanked by her usual crew scrolling through TikTok. "People are so gullible," she said. "They'll believe anything." "What's next? Kayla's a princess?" Her friends laughed, but there was something off in Brittany's smile. Tightness at the corners, doubt creeping in. That afternoon, during 6th period PE, it got worse. Coach Davis blew his whistle and gathered the girls around. He was holding a basketball. New unit starting today, fundamentals, passing, dribbling, court awareness. Johnson stepped forward. Kayla blinked. "Me?" He nodded. "You'll demonstrate with me. Let's go." Everyone turned to watch. Whispers again. Kayla took the ball. Coach Davis gave her a nod. "Just show 'em what you know." She looked down at the ball. Her fingers tightened around it. For a second, the world narrowed. Then she moved. Quick pivot, behind the back dribble, crossover, spin. 1, 2, 3 steps, a clean jump shot. The ball swished through the net with a sound that felt like a heartbeat. Silence. Then someone said, "Damn." Coach Davis clapped once. "That's how it's done." Brittany scowled. She just got lucky. But it didn't sound convincing, not even to her. After practice, Kayla changed slowly, her earbuds in, but no music playing. When she stepped outside, a few kids were waiting near the gym steps. Not for her, but when they saw her, they quieted. "She's good," one boy whispered to another. "She's real good." Kayla kept walking, head down. But something had shifted. Not enough to fix everything. Just something. At home that night, Magic stood in the kitchen stirring a pot of spaghetti sauce like it was Game 7 of the finals. "Coach says you lit it up today," he said without turning. "He told you." Magic shrugged. "Coach Davis is an old friend. He played against me in college once, still bitter about it." Kayla smiled faintly. "He put me on the spot, and you rose to it. I didn't do it to impress anyone. I know, you did it because it's in you." She leaned against the counter, watching him. "I don't want them to think I'm only good because of you. They will, at first, but eventually they'll see what I already know." She exhaled. I think I want people to know. Not because of your name, but because I'm tired of hiding like I'm ashamed." He put down the spoon and turned to her. "Then don't hide, but don't perform for them either. You walk in your truth, baby girl, and let the rest figure it out." She nodded slowly. It wasn't a full yes, not yet, but it was something close. The next morning, she wore a vintage Lakers sweatshirt to school, purple and gold. Big block letters across her chest. She didn't say a word about it. She didn't have to. By lunch, the rumors weren't whispers anymore. They were declarations. "That is Magic Johnson's daughter. I looked it up. Her name is Kayla Johnson. Same last name. No way she's just a regular kid." Brittany watched it all unfold from her table, her nails picking at her tray's edge. For the first time, she looked nervous. Not angry, not smug. Nervous. Something was changing, and she didn't like it. By Wednesday, the front office had received 3 calls, 2 emails, and 1 handwritten letter, all asking the same thing. "Is it true Magic Johnson's daughter goes to your school?" Principal Rodriguez called Kayla in during 3rd period. She sat in the stiff blue chair across from his desk, legs crossed, hands clasped tightly. "You haven't done anything wrong," he said gently. "I know," she replied, voice low, "but I wanted to give you a heads up. Things like this, when they get out, they can take on a life of their own." She nodded. "You don't have to confirm or deny anything. That's your right. But if you'd like to control the narrative, I could arrange something. An interview, maybe. Student paper, friendly, respectful." Kayla blinked. "You think I should talk? I think you should decide if silence is protecting you or holding you back." That stayed with her the rest of the day. During lunch, she sat at her usual table, but this time someone sat across from her, Luis. He was in her English class, soft-spoken, usually sketching in his notebook. "I'm not trying to be weird," he said, "but if it's true, I think that's cool." Kayla tilted her head. "What's cool?" "Being you, with all that pressure and still being real." She was quiet. Then, "Why does it matter so much to everyone?" "'Cause people think famous equals special," Luis said. "But I think it's the other way around. You were already special. The name just makes people notice." The next day, Kayla walked into the student media room during lunch. "I'll do it," she said. The editor, a junior named Janelle, lit up. "The interview?" "Yes, but I want to write it myself." Janelle blinked. "Oh, like an open letter?" Kayla nodded. "Exactly." That night, she sat at her desk, laptop open, fingers hovering over the keyboard. She thought about the girl crying by the east stairwell, the silence in the cafeteria, the laughter she'd swallowed like stones. Then she typed, "Dear Willow Creek, I didn't ask to be anyone's daughter, but I'm proud of who I come from, and I'm prouder of who I'm becoming. Yes, Magic Johnson is my dad. But that's not the most important thing about me. It's just something that happened to me, like being born or being black, or being tall enough to hit my head on low doorways. I don't play ball because of him. I play because it's the only place where I don't feel invisible. I'm not better than you, but I'm not less either. We all walk through stuff. And maybe if we stopped judging each other based on rumors, silence, or last names, we'd realize how much we actually have in common. Sincerely, Kayla J. When the piece went live on the school site Friday morning, it spread fast. By second period, kids were reading it in class. Teachers pretended not to notice. By lunch, even Brittany had read it. She slammed her phone down. So what, we're supposed to feel bad now? No one answered. Her table was quieter than usual. Y'all seriously buying this? Still no answer. Her voice cracked the tiniest bit. She's just playing the sympathy card. But it wasn't working, because Kayla hadn't asked for sympathy. She had told the truth, and somehow that was louder than all the bullying Brittany had ever done. Friday night. Home game. The bleachers creaked with bodies. Parents, students, and teachers buzzed with energy. Not because Willow Creek had a chance at playoffs, they didn't. It was because of her. Kayla stood behind the curtain leading into the gym, bouncing the ball lightly. She could hear the crowd chanting, "Let's go, Creek, let's go!" And underneath it all, murmurs, phones flashing, eyes searching. Coach Davis patted her shoulder. Nervous? She shrugged. A little. He looked her dead in the eye. You belong out there. Not because of your name, because of your game. She gave a small nod. He opened the curtain. The gym erupted. For a split second, Kayla froze. Then she walked onto the court. Brittany watched from the second row, her arms crossed tight. Kayla didn't see her. She was in it now, tunnel vision, like Dad taught her. First quarter, Kayla hit 2 threes and a clean steal. Second quarter, she crossed a senior guard so hard he nearly twisted his ankle. The crowd lost it. Halftime score, Willow Creek up by 10. In the locker room, girls high-fived and whooped. But Kayla sat alone, catching her breath. One of her teammates, Naya, nudged her. "Hey, you're killing it," Kayla smiled. "Thanks." Nia hesitated. "I was kinda scared to talk to you before." "Why?" "I don't know. Brittany said you thought you were better than everyone." Kayla shook her head. "I just didn't want to make anything worse." Nia sat beside her. "You didn't. She just hated that you didn't bow down." Kayla looked up. "I'm not trying to be above anyone. I just want to be seen." Nia nodded. "Well, we see you now." Fourth quarter, 2 minutes left, tie game, Willow Creek possession. Coach Davis called a timeout. Final play. We run red 12. Kayla, ball's in your hands. Her teammates looked at her, no questions in their eyes, just trust. She nodded. Back on the court, the gym fell into a hush. She dribbled past half court. 10 seconds. Brittany watched from the stands, her nails digging into her palms. Kayla crossed over once, twice, faked a drive, pulled back. 5 seconds. Step back. 3. Release. The ball arced high. Everything slowed. Then, swish. The crowd exploded. Final score, 61-58. Willow Creek wins. After the game, Kayla's dad met her at the side doors, arms wide. She ran into them, breathless, laughing. "I saw the shot," he said. "Clutch." She leaned against him, eyes glossy. "I did it, Dad." "You always could," he smiled. "Now they know too." Inside the gym, Brittany lingered near the exit, alone. Luis walked past, glancing at her. "She earned that," he said. Brittany didn't reply, because deep down she knew he was right, and it made something twist inside her, regret maybe. Or just the loss of power she used to hold so easily. Whatever it was, it stayed with her all the way home. The next Monday, Brittany approached Kayla in the hallway. It was quiet, no cameras, no audience. She looked unsure, vulnerable even. "I read your letter," she said. Kayla closed her locker, turning to face her. Brittany shifted her weight. "I was wrong. About a lot." Kayla said nothing, waiting. I thought if I made you small I'd feel big, but it didn't work. Just made me feel... She trailed off. Kayla raised an eyebrow. Empty? Brittany nodded. Kayla didn't smile. She didn't snap back either. She just said, I'm not your enemy. Brittany's eyes flickered. I know. Then she walked away. Not forgiven. Not yet. But heard. A week after the game, everything felt different. Not perfect. Not fixed. Just lighter. Kayla still walked through the same hallways, still ate at the same table. But now people saw her. Not the myth, not the rumor. Her. Teachers nodded. Students smiled. Even kids who never spoke to her before gave her a look of quiet respect. And when she walked into gym class, Coach Davis handed her a clipboard. You're running warm-ups today. Kayla blinked. Me? You've earned the voice, he said. She stood in the center of the court, calling drills, confident, calm, certain, not because she wanted to impress anyone, because she finally knew her worth. Later that week, during a class assembly, Principal Rodriguez invited a few students to speak about leadership, identity, and courage. Kayla hadn't planned on saying anything, but when her name was called, the room fell silent. She stepped up to the mic, heart pounding. I used to think that if I stayed quiet, I'd be safe. That if I didn't draw attention, no one could hurt me. She scanned the room, eyes everywhere, even Brittany's. But silence didn't keep me safe, it kept me invisible. She paused. And I'm not invisible anymore. A beat of stillness, then applause. Warm, real, unforced. She stepped down, her chest rising with a breath she hadn't realized she'd been holding all year. After the assembly, she found Brittany waiting near the stairwell. Hey, Brittany said. Hey. They stood in silence. I deserved what you said, Brittany added. Kayla nodded slowly. Maybe. But I'm not here to keep score. Brittany blinked. Why not? Because I don't want to carry all that. She meant the hate, the weight, the scars. Brittany looked away. I don't know how to be better. Kayla tilted her head. Start with honest. The rest follows. Then she walked past her. No drama, no last word. Just peace. That weekend, Kayla and her dad walked the Santa Monica Pier. Sunset painted the sky with orange and lavender. They shared a funnel cake, laughing as powdered sugar blew into the wind. You feel lighter, Magic said. I am lighter. He nodded. You did this, not the name, not me. I know. They paused near the railing, the ocean stretching wide and endless. I thought I had to prove something, she said. That I belonged. And now? Now I just want to live it for me. Magic grinned. That's my girl. Back at school, the student paper released their Voices of Change issue. On the cover, Kayla, holding a basketball, eyes steady, expression calm. Not because she was Magic Johnson's daughter, because she was Kayla Johnson, and now everyone knew the difference. Somewhere in a quiet bedroom, a girl watched the story unfold on YouTube. She'd been bullied too, called names, laughed at. She didn't have a famous parent, but as she watched Kayla stand tall in front of her school, she didn't feel alone anymore. She whispered, if she can do it, maybe I can too. And in that moment, the story became more than Kayla's. It became theirs. So if you made it this far, here's your moment. Subscribe to the channel if this story moved you, and click the video on screen right now. It was chosen just for you, and trust me, you're going to love it.